He won't let you go, but that doesn't mean he loves you. Or it could mean he loves you. Could be a lot of different reasons why this man refuses to either leave you or leave you alone. Why maybe you've tried to push him out the way, but he just keeps coming back over and over. Or why he won't even allow you to close the door on him because he's begging, he's pleading, he's crying, he's doing whatever it takes to hold on to you for dear life. And it can be confusing for you. It can make things very difficult for you. It could cause a conflict of them. Should I hold on to this man because his efforts makes me feel like he loves me? But what's really going on here? So I need to explain to you why this phenomenon happens to so many people, but I want to start off with a little story. I knew of a situation, all right, where there was a young guy who was in a relationship for a few years. And during this relationship, this man was all over the damn place. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was in these streets, all right? He was in these streets hard. And people would question him, like, you're with your girl and you seem to need fulfillment elsewhere. What's going on? And he would rave about his woman. His woman is great and she's this and she's that. But people are like, okay, but that doesn't make any sense. And he would make the argument, well, he's just a man and that's what men do. It's no big deal, right? But it was like, nah, this doesn't make sense. Because even though to some of y'all, I'm sure you've heard this before, that, well, it doesn't matter how great the woman is, men are just going to cheat. No, it's not how it works with everybody, all right? But let's keep going in this story. So it didn't seem right. And again, me knowing of this situation, I was around at that time, and I was like, nah, something's going on here. Because it just felt like there was a deeper rooted issue to what was going on. So before we even got to the deeper rooted issue, individuals tried to convince this man to leave his relationship. It was like, yo, something's clearly missing, or something's not right, or you're simply not ready for this level of commitment. If she's a good girl, let her go. Leave her alone, be done. And he'd be like, nah, man, I can't do it. Still, baffled by this, we're like, okay, we just, and when I say we, the people in his life, the people that knew him, we wanted to dig deeper. So we dug deeper and we found that in some of his previous relationships, and we'll say one specifically, he had been with a woman for a while and never cheated. So we're like, wait a minute, hold up. You're claiming this is a man thing for you to be out here doing your thing despite holding on for dear life to this woman, but you've been in a relationship for years and not cheated before. So you've shown the capability to be completely faithful. What the hell is going on? He still tried to dismiss it, push it away. Nah, it's just, whatever. He really didn't have an answer, okay? Now listen, no one could control what this man did. It was totally on him, but it was just crazy to see the situation continue. But as time went on, finally there was a, I guess, come to Jesus moment, you could say. And this man revealed how, one, he was never alone. And that's the first thing I want to point out here. One of the reasons why he won't let you go is because he's afraid to be alone. He's afraid to have to be by himself. I think we speak about this issue in regards to a lot of women, but we don't highlight it enough when it comes to men. There are some men out there who have always had someone there, all right? Girlfriend, situationship, something's going on. But even more specifically, a relationship. And they are not accustomed to being single. And regardless of whether they want to live a single life, and again, as I said earlier, run these streets, they feel more at ease and they feel more secure, more safe having a girlfriend, having a woman, having a partner there. And in some cases, hell, even a wife. And so for this man, he struggled to let go out of the fear of how to function by himself. There was this void, there was this deeper insecurity within him. And now listen, I'm not saying this to in any way make what he did okay. or to validate it. I'm explaining to you what the issue is, and I want you to be aware of this because, again, if you are dealing with a man who you know you two need to go in separate ways, but he's not letting go, consider that this might be one of the roadblocks, all right? And so, again, this man fought it every turn, but his fear was something that he had to face. Now, anyone who's afraid to be alone has to face that, because you don't ever want to be in a situation where you don't know how to walk away from something that isn't best for you, as well as isn't best for that person, because he wasn't getting what he needed and his partner wasn't getting what he needed. They were both being cheated in this relationship. And so it's only fair, it's only right, it's only in the best interest of everyone involved to walk away. But that fear of being alone is a huge, huge issue. Now, let's continue with this. So we discovered he had this fear of being alone, right? But what else was it? Like, okay, is that really all it was here? Well, in his situation, no, it didn't stop there. And so another issue that we discovered was he felt like she would always be there for him. Essentially, she would never leave. And so, of course, this doesn't apply to a situation where you're trying to let go of this man and he won't let go. But some of you are with a man who you know in your heart is not best for you. All right? And when I say is not best for you, it doesn't always mean he's a bad guy. It doesn't always mean he's quote unquote actively toxic or blatantly toxic. It just means you know your heart is not here, or you don't belong here, or there's a disconnect in this relationship, or maybe that this started from a poor foundation. Like, again, it may have started because you were afraid to be alone. It may have started because you were in a vulnerable moment and the timing just happened to line up where he was able to walk through that door and now you don't know how to walk out of it. You know what I'm saying? There could be a variety of reasons that create unhealthy attachments to individuals. But again, for whatever the reason is, you're there, you know you shouldn't be there, or there's something in you that's not at peace, fully at peace being there. So you're not making anything happen. And for him, he views you as, this woman has my back. She is essentially the ride or die chick. For those of you who may not be familiar with that term, it's essentially the woman who will put up and go through any and every damn thing and stay by that man's side. And I do not encourage anyone to be a ride or die chick when it comes to tolerating nonsense, when it comes to remaining where they don't belong, when it comes to accepting things you should not accept, all right? But I've seen situations where the man views this woman as so loyal, as she will always be there, that I cannot afford to let this one go, even if I'm not in love with her, even if I know I am unable, or even in some cases unwilling to be the man she needs. She is viewed as too valuable of an asset, so to speak, because of her loyalty, because of the safety she provides, that she is not going to walk away. Now, again, I'm giving you a reason, and a reason that applied in this story that I'm telling you. But it damn sure is not a reason for you to continue to be there. And what you as a woman have to understand is you cannot wait on this man to do the right thing. You cannot hope that if something is missing, that he will be willing to call it out, that he will be willing to take the right approach, that again, that he will do right by you. It's going to be about you making a decision and sticking to it. And when you can understand that this is not where you belong, for whatever the reason is, you've got to be willing to let go. You've got to be willing to move forward without this man. But understand that, yes, not only will he not let you go, but that's another example of where you may even try to let him go and he will fight you every step of the way. And do not expect any man who is with you for the wrong reasons to let go of you for the right ones. And that just came to me. That just kind of hit me real quick, but that sounds real damn good because it's true. Like, you cannot expect him to process this correctly and say this is the right thing to do when he is the wrong man for you in the first place. All right? And that's why he even allowed himself to get with you, because he's not seeing things the right way. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. He isn't willing to discuss issues, all right? So I can't tell you how many times I've posted a video, posted a quote, whatever, talking about the need to talk to your partner and express yourself, and women will comment